Did you ever think about that? Now that's the Lord's Prayer. That's the evidence of that. Now we know Jesus said that.
Now wait a second. Let's play that again.
Now that's the Lord's Prayer. That's the evidence of that. Now we know Jesus said that.
Isn't this the man that just said a couple of minutes ago,
in his own words, not Matthew, not Mark, not Luke, not John, not Paul.
And now he goes,
now that's the Lord's Prayer. That's the evidence of that. That's the evidence of that. That's the evidence of that.
Well, whose testimony is this? Matthew. Oops, that doesn't count, as you said in the beginning of this video. See, you have no way of knowing what Yeshua said if you can't trust Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Paul. But only if you can trust them, then you can know what Yeshua said. Again, that's the entire point. The double standards are just glaring. You just repudiated the same people you are using now to prove your point. And now you have evidence that he said what you say? Wait a second, how do you know that, Khalid Yassin? I'll keep asking the question, how do you know without being able to trust Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? I tell you, being a Muslim must be difficult because of the intellectual dishonesty that you have to exercise to stay Muslim, to hold on to the myth that our scriptures have been corrupted, and still try to prove that Muhammad or the Quran is in line with the previous revelations.
That wasn't Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and Paul. Jesus said that.
Wow, but whose testimony is this, sir? This, if you can't trust Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John of what they say about Yeshua, how can you trust them with the Lord's Prayer, but you can't trust them when they say that Yeshua is the Son of God? Again, this just makes you want to scream, doesn't it? The question is, how do you know that you cannot trust them when they say that Yeshua is the Son of God? Why is the Lord's Prayer authentic and yet other testimonies are not?
Dear brothers and sisters and guests, go home tonight and palm through all the pages of your Bible, and I guarantee you will never find it once anywhere. So where did this come from? In 3 or 4 different occasions, it is mentioned in your scripture that I have read throughout my life before I became a Muslim that Jesus walked off and he fell down on his face and he worshiped God. Did it say that?
No, he did not say that. That was Matthew saying it. This is exactly where Khalid Yassin shouldn't have gone. This is the man that basically said that we couldn't trust Matthew. Yet look at what he's doing. Take a wild guess whom he goes to now to try to make his case. Exactly. This is Matthew. What? Matthew 26. And this is not Matthew quoting Yeshua. This is Matthew narrating what happens. These are his words. But this is exactly what Khalid Yassin explicitly forbade us to do at the beginning of this video. Remember, we were told to quote Yeshua in his own words.
Jesus said in his own words, not Matthew, not Matthew, not Matthew.
Yet look at what he does. Didn't I already say that Muslims need their double standards to make a case for Islam and against Christianity? Well, here's another perfect example.
Now, is that God bowing down to himself? Is that God calling on himself?
No, Khalid Yassin, this is the Son calling on the Father again. I understand that the Quran leads you astray and that you can't make a solid case for Islam without distorting what we believe and accurately representing our position, but this is just plainly refusing to acknowledge the Son as separate from the Father, yet one in essence. Even if you don't believe it, at least have the decency to correctly represent what we believe. I mean, jeez.
No, Jesus said, I am Jesus who is sent, and the one who is sent is not like the one who sent me. Jesus said, I can of my own self do nothing, but whatsoever the one orders me, the one who sent me tells me to do, that is what I do.
Brilliant. Now if only Khalid Yassin would read on when Yeshua says this. Therefore Jesus answered and was saying to them, truly, truly I say to you, the Son can do nothing of himself unless it is something he sees the Father doing. For whatever the Father does, notice the word whatever there, whatever the Father does, these things the Son also does in like manner. Now this is the catch. See, Yassin said, whatever God orders me to do. But that is not what the text says at all. It says, whatever the Father does, these things the Son also does. So see the difference? He doesn't say what God orders me to do. He says what the Father is able to do. That is what the Son does also. This is what it goes on to say. For just as the Father raises the dead and gives them life, even so the Son also gives life to whom he wishes. For not even the Father judges anyone, but he has given all judgment to the Son, so that all will honor the Son even as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. Does this sound like anything the Islamic Isa would or could say? Well, but there's more. Yeshua spoke of the things that the Father told him to do. But let's look at what the Father gave the Son to do, shall we? John 6. For I have come down from heaven not to do my will, but to do the will of him who sent me. This is the will of him who sent me, that of all that he has given me, I lose nothing, but raise it up on the last day. For this is the will of my Father, that everyone who beholds the Son and believes in him will have eternal life, and I myself will raise him up on the last day. What do you think that Khalid Yassin would say about this if he was confronted with these verses? I would like to see him reading these verses in their entirety without distorting it to his listeners during the lectures, and then explain how they fit his Islamic Isa. Fat chance that he would even bother.
We cannot take Jesus out of the context of what Jesus said himself and make Jesus what we want him to be.
Wow, this gets more terrible for him in every sentence that he says. That is correct, Khalid Yassin, but that is exactly what you have been doing for this entire video. You have taken Yeshua out of the context of the authentic Gospels that you yourself used to prove your point, and made him into something he never said he was. You have denied his sonship, you deny his death, you deny his atoning work, you deny his resurrection, you deny his divinity, you deny him being the judge of mankind, you deny his disciples, you deny every teaching that contradicts your Islamic views, and you have made him into something that you want him to be. It would be wise to take your own advice into consideration sometimes.